Alright, fuckers. Today we are starting a new quote unquote series, which is Road to Kim Jung Gi. And then in brackets, I'm going bald. A little funny little joke of mine. But yeah, before I start the video, like, subscribe, or fuck off, I don't care. And now that I've gotten my little bullshit out of the way, yeah, this is gonna be probably the scariest thing I'll be doing, right? I mean, I'm not scared per se, but there's definitely a good amount. There's going to be a bit of fear because what I'm doing is what Kim Jong-il does, right? And this is something Broken Draw, Tyrion Holtet, right? But yeah, Broken Draw, his YouTube alias, his online persona. Um, this is something he encouraged me to do. He said, if you want to get good at drawing from imagination, nothing teaches you as much as just doing it because it fills in all the gaps, right? Or sorry, it doesn't fill in shit. It exposes all the gaps. So we are going to expose myself to the world, especially my gaps. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be interesting for sure. And the one thing I wanted to start off with is just an idea I had. Is just someone checking their mail. That's basically what I wanted to start off with. And this is again like really fucking scary for me because I have to imagine this consistently, right? And that is worrisome because I don't know if I can do it, right? I just don't know if I can do it. It's gonna be shit, let's be honest. It's gonna be fucking absolute shit. But it's gonna teach me a lot, right? It's going to teach me a lot. So that's what I'm hoping for, is to be taught. Now, again, it's like this is the first time I'm going to be drawing a mannequin that moves or has a position, quote unquote. So I do have to think about certain things as well as the arm, right? So bring this down, bring it over. Something like this, perhaps. It's the shoulder. Yeah, like this is definitely gonna be very scary. Because again, I've never done something like this ever, right? So who knows how this is gonna turn out? I sure as shit do not. But I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. And then we have... So, see, already I can see that this should have been lower. Right. But it's okay. We're just going to experiment today and figure things out one step at a time. Right? There's not much else that can be done apart from that. So then we can have the hand. Again, this plane right here is their face. This is gonna be very fucking... I'm gonna take my damn time. I'm gonna try to visualize this to the best of my ability, right? But I'm definitely gonna take my fucking time because this is, again, extremely scary. I mean, scary isn't the right word, but this is new as shit, right? I've never done anything like this before, ever. And I do, of course, appreciate Tyrion just being like, stop being a little bitch and just do it, right? That much I do appreciate. Because again, so many errors happening right now, but my gaps, quote unquote, between the butt cheeks are going to be exposed, and they're being exposed quite heavily right now. It's actually a bit scary. Maybe this is my neck, right? Maybe this can actually, maybe this guy's checking the mail, but he's getting distracted by something, right? So he's checking the mail, but he's like, what the fuck is going on back here? What in tarnation? In my time, we didn't have these type of things. I don't know why he has a southern accent, but again, that's probably too big because it is further away. We have to consider foreshortening, right? And I didn't make the fucking shoulder socket in the proper place. There's like the elbow pad right here, and the hand, if his right hand, that's his right hand, that's his left hand. His left hand's behind him. Okay, so it's... Wait, shit, it's like that. There you go. Okay. Again, this is bad, okay? We need to acknowledge that this is bad. But this is just something where I finally get to essentially release the hellhounds, as they say, right? The shackles of my past are no longer holding me back. I don't know what that means. See, I haven't even done the legs for this mannequin yet, so I kind of have to try to figure that out. Well, we know it's the underwear position. We know it's at the front. So from what I remember of the video Antonio sent, something like this, right? Something like that. And then he has the legs coming out through this way. They're coming a bit back. And then I believe there's another like joint he added. Now this one is tapering, like so. Again, I feel like I have to stress that I am shit, right? And maybe this one is going a bit back, like that, right? Maybe add some quote-unquote gesture. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely fucking not, but am I just trying my best to see it to fruition? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay, wait, this is like an awkward-ass position. Who the hell bends their body like this, bro? This is basically a fucking JoJo pose. This is a fucking JoJo character. Holy shit. Also didn't expect him to be this big, but it is what it is. And honestly, again, this is just good practice into trying to figure out how I'm going to do all this, right? Because maybe his foot is turned this way, right? Okay, so with that being said, what the hell is this foot doing? Maybe I'm just gonna have this foot come back like this, and he's lifting it up. What the fuck is going on? No. I said it was gonna be shit, but this, my friend, is next level shit. And there you go. Pretty sure that's a broken foot. Okay, I'm gonna rest my brain. And let's have him be like, what? What the actual fuck? Nani? He's exclaimed. There you go. He's like, what's going on? What is actually going on? While I check my mail, evidently. What the fuck is this? Okay, but this is the first step, right? I'm actually just, it's just funny to me that I can that something like this even exists. So let me just rest my brain. See, but the problem is here that I wasn't thinking as much, nowhere near as much as I should have been, right? And this is where this it started. But now we have to think about how's this mailbox going to be orientated, right? There's a lot of ways it can be oriented, but I have to think, right? How do I want this mailbox to be oriented? I could technically do something like this, right? Right? Or is that not going to make any sense? I have to think about the perspective, because I guess this is a ground plane that I've established, right? So while things can be oriented differently, and I guess here I have to sort of make stuff up to sort of make it seem almost legit, right? Again, I don't know if mailboxes have something like this, but I think we do have the liberty to try to finagle, as they say, right? So what else do mailboxes have? I mean, I could probably just do something like this, add some quote-unquote form indication, a la Artwad's method, you know? And he's just trying to open his mailbox, right? He's just trying to get to his mailbox. It's obviously extremely difficult because the perspective might be completely off, but how can we make it more legit? What if I make it like this long? Right, he's about to open his mailbox, but then oh no, he saw something really comical that we're not gonna have to draw. So there you go, I kind of shot myself in the foot there. And there you go. Something like this. Well, it's supposed to be curved, but I guess it's not curved anymore. Oh shit, I think I fucked something up, didn't I? I did. I completely did. Maybe this can be the back. And we have something like this. Right? Something like that. It doesn't make much sense. And that's when we just add at a random ellipse. Right? This is the mailbox from outer space, apparently. Does it make much sense? No. But what if I just add more lines? Now it really doesn't make much sense. Good job, Viggy. Okay, yeah. Drawing from imagination, very difficult, especially when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But also very fun, especially because you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you're trying to make sense of it all. Right? First attempts, are they ever good? Not really. But are they ever fun? Of course. Of course, if they weren't fun, they wouldn't be worth doing. Right? There you go. And this can just be a bunch of, I guess, extra mailboxes, because that also makes sense in this universe. And this guy, this is his prime mailbox, right? This is the main mailbox that he uses. Mail. This is not exactly what I was even thinking about doing whatsoever, but it did end up being quite funny. So there you go. See? Cool. And we can even do something like maybe a little bit of rounding, right? Cool. And it just rounds, and it's I guess it's balanced on something. Is this still in perspective? Possibly. Possibly it's still in perspective. But let me rest my brain now, because clearly I've drawn the most advanced mailbox in the world. Cool. Now, let's see. What else can we add? Well, to be honest, he's not even looking at anything. So, let's ignore this guy. And maybe... This is so dumb. Again, this whole drawing for imagination thing, a huge part of it is I'm just trying to think about things that I can add, right? I don't have much of a visual library right now, but what have we been drawing? Maybe he's looking at, let's see. Yeah, maybe he's looking at this thing. Okay, I didn't really do this part correctly, but it's okay. Yeah, maybe he's looking at this. If you have a keen eye, you know exactly what I'm trying to draw. Which is... And now I think I have the liberty to just make interesting little patterns. Like so, right? Because these things usually have interesting patterns. We gotta make it look at least somewhat fancy. But yeah, this will be shit. Expect this to be shit for the longest time. But that's good, because I expect to work on this for the longest time. Right? This will probably be a series that I'll be doing for the next fucking rest of my life, let's be honest. 40, 50 years. So, it's no problem. And then there's usually Well, I don't know if there is usually something like this, but this seems like it'd be appropriate. Right? We have to make it nice and ordained. Maybe that will give a hint as to what I'm drawing. Probably not, because it doesn't really look like it. And I made a lot of mistakes already. But it's okay. Drawing from imagination is very difficult. That's the excuse I tell myself. Right? And then maybe this thing can have like something like that. I don't fucking know. Okay, well, this is just getting a bit redundant maybe. But yeah, what is this man looking at? Is he perhaps looking at a chalice? A shimmering chalice, perchance? Is this a chalice? No. Is he looking at a ruby? A golden ruby, surrounded by tons and tons of gold. You see, this is humbling as shit because this literally looks so bad. This looks so fucking bad. And that's the fun part, because I can do this, I can cry, and then I can move on and try to figure out, because after this there's just gonna be tons of reference drawing. You know, I can practice, I guess, drawing like chests and stuff, right? I can maybe practice drawing an actual mailbox and see what that looks like. You know? Is that a chain or something, I guess? Got a long ass chain. But yes, this man is looking at treasure. And maybe just to get rid of, quote unquote, as per Antonio's explanation, indicating form, right? Yeah, I don't know what this is, but as a beginner, I can just keep adding more and more detail, and thus the drawing will be better, right? That's usually how it works, and that's what I believe in. I think this needs more blacks, which is not a common sentiment in this day and age, but I personally believe it never hurts to have more blacks. At the very least, we can hit DEI. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Cool. Does this make sense? Maybe, maybe not. But it's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna rest my brain now. Again, first attempt, everybody. First attempt. Let's not judge. We can dislike. We can even report. But we can't judge. Because I'll just remove your account. Cool. Ah, whatever. Okay. Wait, let me just do this as well. Okay. Sure, whatever. But a chest, quote unquote, chest full of treasure. Alright, let me rest my brain. So yeah, I hope you can all understand and see that even though my fundamentals are pretty decent, right? Drawing from imagination is a completely different skill set in terms of like actually creating a scenario, right? It's completely different. And I hope this really showcases that despite myself being an absolute god in everything that I do, I too can struggle and produce absolute shit. It may be shocking to some of my biggest fans that this is even possible, but that is why I'm here, to disillusion you, or to break the illusion. Those are completely different things. But shit, I think this, I think adding this fucked the perspective. Cause now it looks like he's stepping on those lines. Ah, shit. God damn it, it was working until now. Maybe. What else can I do? How can we fix the perspective? God damn it, I didn't think about that. See, that's another thing you have to think ahead. I thought this would maybe add, but they're making the lines. It's funny, see, just making the lines a bit too big completely fucked up the perspective because now it looks like he's stepping on those lines. Well, before it didn't because it looked like, oh, he was just looking at treasure that was in the corner. Ah, fuck. All right, well, live with the mistakes. It's what it is. Right. What else can I draw? Maybe I can draw a plane in the background. I don't know how to draw a plane, so why don't we practice drawing a plane? Okay, I think for me, language is going to be a pretty good indicator. So I know a plane has a wing, and I know the wing has a cutoff of sorts, right? And we also know that the wing is three-dimensional. You know, this might be not super accurate, but we know that the wing is three-dimensional. Maybe it has like a fancy cutout like that. You know, sometimes maybe they have something like this. But I know the wing does exist, right? What else does the wing have? Well, the wing does have a fucking jet engine. What does an engine look like? Well, I think an engine looks like this. It has these little thingamajiggies, as they say, little fan-like little blades of sorts, right? But it probably has much more than that. I think with me, language is going to be the biggest thing. If I can describe something, perhaps I can draw it as well. And perhaps the engine tapers before ending beautifully at the edge of the wing. How is it attached? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But perhaps there's a nice little cutout here, just because the artist wanted to practice form intersection. Who knows? It's possible. Right? And maybe there is a second engine as well, for shits and giggles. Why, you might wonder? Because the artist, once again, has absolutely no idea what an engine looks like. He just vaguely knows fan-like shape in a cylinder that perhaps tapers and has a cutout for shits and giggles. And with that being said, the artist has created a very, very, very poor wing of a fan. But the artist realized he made a mistake. This wing is too small. So what does he do? He extends it. He extends it so greatly that we completely forgive his mistakes. And it turns out it was all intentional all along. He meant to do this because he's a fucking genius who can think 20 steps ahead. The artist has now realized that this is looking less and less like a wing and it's time to cut his losses. So now we know that a tapered sort of form is what constitutes a plane, so perhaps it is something like this. Right? And there's a little boop, and then it goes back, and then it goes back, and then it goes back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a crying fag. That's what the kids used to sing to me as I was crying like a fag. It was honestly a liberating experience because I didn't even know I could have such emotions of self-hate and disgust. They really brought out something in me. Now, does the plane have windows like this? Perchance. But this plane was definitely engineered by someone who had no idea what a plane looks like. What the fuck am I drawing? What the fuck is this? What the actual fuck is this? Maybe the artist has realized, apart from cutting his losses, he should just cut himself until he bleeds out and dies. That is a possibility. For now, he has created a torpedo with attachments of sorts. In the incorrect perspective. Oh, shit. That was an accident. Whee! There you go. They're also looking at the treasure. But the artist will not give up. For he is not only brave, he's also stubborn. The most stubborn of the braves, they called him. Self-inflicted name, or self-prescribed name? Yeah. There you go. He will commit to this wonky plane until the end with the wonky perspective, as he has just noticed. And perhaps one day he will be remembered as the man who re-engineered aircraft. Aircraft. Truly, the Wilson brothers have nary a thought when it comes to the presence of this thought. Ta-da! Airplane. What the fuck? What the fuck? How did I fuck up that perspective so badly? It's supposed to go this way. Holy shit. We can just say it's broken. Here, let's add some broken pieces. And like maybe some fire. Right, let's just add a bunch of smoke. They're so distracted by the treasure that, oh my god, the plane is blowing up. Kaboom. So much smoke is coming out. That explains why the perspective is off. Because there are metal pieces falling out from this plane. Oh my goodness. Everybody look at all the metal pieces that are falling out. Such a travesty. Such an absolute travesty. So sad, in fact, that all the passengers are not crying because they're crashing to their inevitable death. Simply because whoever the engineer of this plane was didn't think about the fact that the wings have to be in perspective. What an absolute moron. Anyways, I'm gonna rest my brain and pour one out for the boys and girls that are crashing to their doom. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna rest my brain. And so, in order to reflect my inner state, it's time. Where can I compose this? It's time to have. It's time to have one of my. It's time to have my inner thoughts laid out in the form of a character who is sitting. He is sitting and he is pondering his life as to how things became this way. He is considering giving up. And although giving up was never an option for him, this adventure he has taken towards trying to draw things that were possibly out of his scope have humbled him greatly. He is what you call le sad and le angry because he is sad. And because he is a man, he does not know how to process these emotions. So he will likely, unfortunately, punch something until he has come to a conclusion that is worth his time. In this case, worth the blood he is going to shed. Fuck. Yeah, whatever. He's supposed to be going like this in front of his face. But once again, the artist had not thought ahead. He forgot that people have faces. And he is also sitting on a chair. Soon we will see whether he actually remembers how chairs work. And whether he remembers how to sit on the chair in the first place. That is where the bum resides. In lieu of commentary, I'm just gonna now make random noises. Skibbity beebity doobly doobly. There you go. I hope that was entertaining for you all. What is it, like this? Oh no. The fuck, bro? This is literally a diaper. But lest we forget that this man also has the other part of his body that's over there. And that part of his body is also very upset because it's not drawn correctly. And perhaps that's why he's going to put his hips on his shoulder. Or what the fuck am I saying? Put his hand on his hips. Like so. He's angry. Nobody disturb him. Please. He's already gone through too much being bastardized in such a manner. Plus, it's not even certain whether he is sitting in the correct perspective. That is something that is to be determined, as the author continues to fill in the blanks, purely through his imagination and memory, both of which have proven to be not only subpar, but failing to aid in the war effort. There you go. He's sitting! Or is he shitting? We will never know. For this could be a toilet at the end of it all. Or it could be a herniated disc, because it is so flat. You can never know. Well, I've drawn something, that's for sure. This is actually really fun, you know, despite all the garbage that's been coming out. Again, obviously, this is just showcasing the gaps, right? In my knowledge. I'm having lots of fun. Isn't that what matters? Not the fact that I'm shit at art, but that I'm having fun. There you go. Is this in perspective? I think it could be. I think it could be. Yeah, fuck. Kind of fucked that leg up. But now we just have to make a chair. At least I know how to make a chair, Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. I made a man sitting on a chair, that's something. Actually, wait. If that's a man, we have to be gender specific, right? Then this will make a woman. Let's give her some lips. There you go, some stereotypical thick lips. Perhaps some eyelashes. Of course, she's gonna stay bald because I don't know how to draw hair yet. And perhaps even. What else? I mean, that looks pretty feminine already. I don't need to give her giant butt cheeks. This is already quite impressive, I'll be honest. And I'm sure she has an issue with her ACL right here. Fucking torn ACL. But we leave it. I rest my brain. And I rest my case. I am disappointed in my plane. I'm gonna rest my brain. Okay, I've thought of something that can perhaps bridge the gap in the perspective, which is a vehicle that can perhaps create a sense of scale between these already out of scale characters. But actually, you know what? Maybe I should draw somebody falling off the plane. No, technically that wouldn't make any sense. We can just draw more smoke lines. Holy shit, bro, this is just fucking comical. But you know, for my first attempt at trying to create a scene out of imagination, honestly, it's not bad. It is not bad at all. Now we just need to add something that... So what size should this car be? What perspective should it be coming in? Okay, let's do something like... Thinking right now. Okay. Something like that. And wait. There you go. And we can... Okay. This vehicle may be in the wrong perspective, but perhaps you just need to change your perspective. If you think about it, you may be in the wrong. Just by being alive. There you go. And then we can do something like this. Cool. This could, of course, as always, not be the most accurate, because tires are hard to draw. But I'm just trying to figure things out right now. So if that is where the tire is, we have something like this, then, right? Most cars have something like that. Again, we need to use language, right? Most cars have some shit like this in it. And that is something that can be used to create former. There you go. Although this is incredibly inaccurate, we will continue with it because we have no other choice. I've committed. Also fucking completely like off to the side of my chair for some reason. Right? Now, what goes yonder donder? What goes yonder donder? We have to think. What the fuck else does the car have? How the fuck does it connect? Is it just like this now? Maybe this is the actual wheel. Right? So it's just that. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Like this. Right? Who knows? But now that I've got a connection going, perhaps. Perhaps I can. What the fuck? I actually don't know what a car looks like. I try to observe cars goddamn every day. Quote unquote try and observe. Because clearly I just look at it, I'm like, interesting, yes, I see it, but I'm not actually committing it, right? But what do I know? Okay. How does the wheel of a car attach to the base? It's usually something like this, right? It usually just juts out after. It's something like that. And then maybe something like this. Right, the windshield of sorts. You know, and then we have the headlights. Right? And what about fucking car doors? This is the most fucking retarded car in the world. But it's my car in the world. What about windshield wipers? They're usually like this, right? Something like that. When in doubt, just add a cylinder. And maybe I can just add a frame to this. Again, this is fun. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually very fun. But it's also funny. In this case, I'm the joke. Okay, and I guess door handle. This is just like a fucking one handle for some reason. right? It kind of does look like it's in perspective, but now I don't know how this plane fits into it now. Perhaps I should draw some towers. For the plane to land on, of course, safely, you know. But, I don't know what the back of this looks like either. But, perhaps it can just be a pickup truck. Fucking weird ass pickup truck. We. And maybe we can just have a cylinder. A couple cylinders attached to show that this car means business. Specifically, unfinished business. That's a Creatures reference, none of you will ever understand it. You're too young, most likely. But for those who know, I'm not even that old. I just think YouTube has changed so much that any reference I make to ye golden olden days will just be misunderstood or just not understood at all, right? I don't even know what the fuck is happening here, to be honest. But let's just follow those contours to make it look like it's legit. This is interesting, honestly. It's not good whatsoever, but I'm just very proud of myself for actually even just creating something. Right? Because this is absolute trash, let's be real. And I've seen absolute trash. I've seen all of your drawings. So, trust me when I say I know what bad art looks like. But even this, okay, so we have a seatbelt here. How's this gonna be? It's a big ass fucking, well, maybe I can just add this to showcase, look, it is glass, because I know that's done, right? That's done sometimes to indicate glass. Something like this. I don't know what that means, but maybe this will help indicate more form, perhaps? Right? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, clearly. But yeah, let's just end the pickup truck like right here. And something like that. There, cool. Okay, it ends there. Nice. And we can just have some lines. Because everybody loves lines. Now I need to figure out how to add this fucking piece of shit also staring at the treasure. Right? Fucking, did I even add the neck? I guess the neck would technically be around here. You know, this isn't bad. I'm not gonna lie. Considering it's my first time ever drawing something like this, I'm not even gonna give myself any crap. And now this is just an opportunity to study more things. Because after this, I'm just gonna draw, I guess, however long I want from reference, right? And just try breaking down these shapes. Try to understand them. Right? Something like that. I don't even know how to make a tire look good. But hopefully this will do it for the time being, right? Some sort of pattern. They all have some sort of pattern. Same thing here. Jesus. I guess I have to follow the form here. Okay, I guess that looks more like a tire or something like that. I don't know what this is, but when in doubt, just indicate form. I'm probably bastardizing Antonio's application of that. The fucking outer thing, right? They just say indicate form or form indication. We could even add some fancy cross hatching. There you go. But we have a problem, my friends. We have... Well, first we have a door handle. It's a giant door handle. But now we need to... Damn, it's already been an hour. Well, let me take a break. Let me actually rest my brain. Wait, now we need to add a person staring at this thing. But before we do that, I'm just gonna add some depth to this character and make him a skateboarder. This man who's very disappointed. So let's just... Actually don't even know what a skateboard looks like, but... something like this, right? And then it has giant wheels that are attached like so. Am I not right? There you go. There's a skateboard. It's completely in the wrong perspective. I was trying to make it lying on its side. Now it kind of looks like it's just lying awkwardly. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. It's what it is. Do not be sad. I mean, again, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Because I haven't expected much. Honestly, I had zero expectations. Actually, no, that's a lie. I actually expected me to be able to draw some things. Now I've realized I can literally draw nothing. So, when I finish this, probably tomorrow, I guess, right? I'll just try adding a bunch of shit on the page that makes sense, hopefully. We can focus on practicing a couple things from reference. For sure, I'm going to practice drawing mailboxes, and I'm really going to focus on the simple forms. I'm really going to try just focusing on the simple forms, right? Because otherwise I'm going to get lost in the details. So I need to make a decision right now, right? Like, what are the things I'll be drawing or practicing from reference, and then rotating in order to understand the form. Let's make it, of course, I'll make it tires, mailboxes, treasure chests, and planes. We will dedicate, let's say, 2 days per of these items, you know? So a week of just drawing from reference. And then obviously it will be back to this. What is it? This that I have for my normal, and you can obviously pause and look at that, which is my normal practice, which you guys are all used to. I think that's as much variety I can give myself while still focusing on the fundamentals, right? Which is essentially like a fucking 2-week block of fundamentals, and then, you know, a couple days of drawing from imagination, and then essentially a week of practicing from reference, and then repeat. That's good enough, I think. I think that's more than good enough, right? So I'm just gonna draw random patterns here because cars have random patterns. Right. This door handle, I guess, could look more interesting, but it's already been an hour. I need to draw a fucking person here being like, Nani? When he looks at the treasure chest. Right, because right now, like, this girl's like, oh my god, I forgot my mail because of this treasure. And this guy's like, I'm just fucking disappointed in the artist. This plane is crashing because the pilot is clearly, look at him, this is the pilot, by the way. The pilot is distracted by the treasure. He's like, what? He should have been more distracted by the fucking horrible mechanics of his plane. But I think a plane also has landing wheels, right? Don't they have landing wheels? Okay, they're safe now. They can land. There you go, guys. You're safe. You have 2 wheels to support your 500-ton flying air metal machine tingamajiggy. So this door handle needs, there you go, a little indent so people can actually grasp it, because we need to stick our hands in the hole. So sometimes just 2 fingers. I prefer 3, but what the fuck's wrong with my fingers? Why'd I go like, is that normal? Is it normal for my hands to be like when I put up 3 fingers? Okay, and maybe we can have this dickhead being like, hold up, maybe he's gonna be like this. Yeah, we'll have his window rolled down. And technically, people can look in different directions, so we should still have him be driving, actually. But he's like, what? Yeah, that's his extremely long window being rolled down, because this is a seat. What does a car seat look like? Something like this, right? There you go. See, this is a mistake, but we can just do this. Ta-da! It's the car seat design. And what's in the back? I guess another car seat. Actually, no, it wouldn't fit. Just add some boxes. Put some boxes in the back, literally just to practice my boxes, which are already shit, clearly. Put a fucking cylinder in there too, who gives a shit? But he's like, what? No way. But yeah, of course, safety first, so he does have a seatbelt on, right? And he is driving, so of course he's sitting. But yeah, there you go. And I guess we should add the passenger seat as well. Something like that. Cool. But yeah, there you go. There you go, I guess. Let's give this a texture so he's more noticeable, right? Let's give the seat a texture. Same thing here, right? There you go. He's like, Nani? As well. I already made that joke, but whatever. Okay, and fuck it, let's just give this car a front bumper. Right. Again, I don't know what any of these are. I literally know jack shit about cars. I know it's a very masculine thing, but I don't know shit about cars. My friends are always like, oh, bro, look at that fucking SUV GB gay, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut the fuck up, okay? Let me go back to my boxes and cylinders, you piece of shit. But yeah. Ta-da! Car. Something. I obviously am gonna add a road that this thing is on, right? I want to add more perspective, but for the time being, it's been an hour. It's been really fun. Holy shit, actually. When you don't expect anything of yourself and you just draw and you create random things, this is shit. But let it be known, this is part one of hundreds, right? I am excited to see where this goes because I'm going to be spending my life on this sort of imagination practice, like scenery for imagination, right? So, and I'm actually very proud of myself because I'm managing to actually tell a story too. Funny enough. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Actually, no, what the fuck? I never thank my audience. Fuck you for watching. Oh wait, no, I forgot to fucking beg for likes and subscribes. Like, subscribe, or don't get the fuck off my channel. There you go. But please stay. Actually, I do need as much engagement as possible. This past week, I don't know why I haven't broken 60. I haven't broken 100 views on any videos. So I don't know what's wrong with you people, right? I don't know why you have somehow forgotten how amazing my content is. So please get to it. And with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing and please give me money.